Hello, I am DJ GLaDOS, and I am the advertising director of the Ponycraft 2 project.
And I am Redwings1340, the leader of the Ponycraft 2 project.
Alright, we are here to show you guys a little bit of what we have so far. However, we do not have any, unit bases or anything like that yet, because we need 3D modelers. So, any of you guys out there are 3D modelers, we're looking for you. Yeah, so, continue.
Yeah, everything here is using a Starcraft 2 model right now, but we do plan on changing that in the future. Also, everything here is not final, will be changed. So if anything appears unbalanced, well, that will be changed because this is a very, very rough sketch of what we have. Right now, all the units work, all the tech tree works. Every unit has an attack, and we are here to show you some more interesting units that we have in our project. So the first unit is the Pioneer. Every unit or every race in StarCraft 2 has a working unit, and that's the main base of the game. And the Ponies are no different. The Pioneer builds buildings, mines minerals, and harvests Vespian gas.
Alright. Pioneer. The first Pony star colonizers. Pioneers are skilled at constructing buildings and processing raw mineral clusters they find in useful materials. Their cheerful nature hides some of the most cunning minds known to ponies, and they have more than a few tricks up their sleeves.
Okay, so as you can see here, I just used a couple of cheats to make it so that I don't need to mine minerals and get gas to build my units, and made it so that it's fast build. So the main basic soldier of the pony army is the militia. The militia is basically, right now it looks like a Zergling. We're using a Zergling model, obviously, but it's just an Earth pony. Just kind of think Applejack for it for now.
Alright, you want me to go through the... Okay. Militia. Sometimes the colonies get rough, and when that happens, these brave ponies get armed and fight. The militia are informal soldiers on the frontier lands, respected for their ability to wrangle bears and other wild beasts away from the towns. And though they never expected the sheer menace of the star armies, but they are ready to fight them off, too.
Alright, so as you can see here, I just created a bunch of militia. And basically they're first and foremost melee units. They're the basic units here, and they're good against units like Marauders. You can see here that these militia there are enough of them, they're cheap, and they're just currently destroying the Marauders that I placed in their way. One of the weaknesses of the militia early game is that they can't attack air units. You can see here that I'm sending this militia to the Void Rays, and this militia is just running by and getting slaughtered because it can't attack air units. But once we build the smithy with the Pioneer, we can get an upgrade called Apple Bucking. Apple Bucking allows the militia, and actually all Earth ponies in the pony army, to attack air units using apples. Now this is significant because this makes the ponies the only race that has the worker unit that can attack air units. As you can see here, the militia got slaughtered before, but now the militia and the pioneers can all attack the Void Rays and defeat the Void Rays right here. Now, though, you can't expect to win if you just have militia and pioneers in your army. As you can see here, the militia still against land units. The militia are melee units, which means that if you send militias against a lot of ranged units like stalkers, well, the militias will die fairly quickly. To counter that, though, we're going to advance up in some tech. Some more pioneers. advance up in tech very quickly and show you one of the later game units that can be used to counter a big mass stalker army.
It's not fun attempting to find the unit.
See here, we're building a university. This allows us to build a mage and a deadeye, which are unicorn units. Embassy allows us to build a couple of other units and allows us to upgrade to a pony palace. And with the pony palace, we can build an alicorn sanctuary, which allows us to build some extremely good unicorn and Pegasus pony units. Here we're going to show off the Plane Warper, which is an extremely powerful unicorn unit that not only has a decent attack, especially against small units like Marine for its aerial effect. As you can see here, even one Plane Warper is doing decently against that stalker, but there are too many stalkers there. Now at the Alicorn Sanctuary, we can upgrade a couple of Plane Warper spells. So we have Mass Teleport here, which teleports the Plane Warpers to another area of the map that you have line of sight in. And these Plane Warpers can summon Parasprites. Let's summon a few waves of Parasprites here. Now these Parasprites are interesting because they can fly, and they can hover. And you notice that they all start at half health. But when they attack, I should have... okay, well that kind of failed because they have a time limit. But as you can see here, just summon a few more waves of Parasprites. This time they won't all die for the time limit. You see right here how they're multiplying. When they attack a unit, they actually gain health, and when they gain full health, they get to multiply into two Parasprites with 15 health each. So even though it looked like, okay, summon a few more Parasprites to finish it off, and let's just bring in Plane Warpers too. Alright, and all these stalkers are finished off. So the Parasprite, yes, as I said before, it begins with 15 health, but then as the Parasprite attacks a unit, it actually gains 1 health per 2 damage it does, and when it reaches full health, the Parasprite multiplies into 2 Parasprites. It has a 30-second time limit, so after the 30 seconds, the Parasprite dies, which just ensures that you can't mass spam Parasprites and then attack with a gigantic army of millions of Parasprites, because that would be a little unbalanced. So there are also troops that are coming over from the left of our base that we need to deal with. And to deal with these troops, we're going to use the dragon. We're going to use dragons. Well, this pony army does have significant amounts of pony units. There are also other units in Equestria that we need to use. And the dragon is very powerful at killing large amounts of small enemy units, like the Marine, as we'll see here.
God, I'm having trouble navigating. Since I feel that you people out there are probably like, well, how come dragons aren't they kind of neutral towards ponies? I feel that the lore should be kind of expressed. So I will state the lore for the dragons. Dragons don't follow as formal... let me repeat that, jeez, God. Fail. Dragons do not follow as formal a government as other races, and so in the early days of the invasion of Equestria, they were somewhat less active in repelling the Zerg. However, Celestia and Luna spent some time into talking to the ancient reptiles, and eventually a large number of them joined the Ponies in their defense.
There are some campaign spoilers in that. We do plan on making a pony campaign eventually, once we're done with this, and it will be awesome, and there will be a Zerg invasion of Equestria.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, these Marines here, there are a lot of Marines, but Marines really hold absolutely no chance against these dragons. You can see here these dragons are just roasting these Marines alive, and the Thors just don't have enough firepower to break through the dragons' thick shells. And also, if you'll notice here, this Thor is burning. And this is a side effect of the dragon's attack, that after a unit is attacked by a dragon, the unit is lit on fire, dealing 12 damage over 2 seconds. These dragons are also very good siege units and can do even more damage to enemy buildings. But these dragons are also very vulnerable to air units, as you'll see here. These dragons can attack some of the Vikings, but these Vikings in the end are just too strong for the dragons to overcome. And I just want to point out though that even though it seemed like the dragons did pretty well, in a real game, a player could just micro these Vikings around the dragons. The dragons are slow, so presumably they would have the Vikings attack the dragons, fall back, attack, fall back, and it wouldn't have even been that close. The dragons only did that well because, well, the computer is terrible at AI. But to destroy these Vikings, we have our Feather Strikers. These are Griffin units. They look like Mutalisks now, but they play nothing like Mutalisks in-game. So they have an extremely fast attack rate and are complete anti-air units. They have a melee attack against air units, and they can completely demolish air units, as you'll see here. You can see here they're also extremely good against capital airships, as they're also going to be able to rip apart these Terran battle cruisers with ease. Alright, well that's some progress we have in our Starcraft 2 Terran mod right now. You'll notice the Cloud Fort is also an air unit. And can't... For example, you'll see that this Pioneer is attacking and throwing apples at it. So that's an interesting touch. It's an interesting touch we have here. And we also have a lot of other units. For example, the Mage is a defensive unit. The Deadeye is currently an anti-air unit, but will probably be changed by the end. We also have 3 different Pegasus ponies that you can build. And that's basically what we have right now.
Alright. Well, this is kind of another part that I come into. I am also the recruiting head, so if you guys want to be a part of this project in any way, keep in mind that we need anybody. Send me an email. You can send us an email, well, me and Red over here, at galacticequine@gmail.com. We are the Galactic Equine, and we will be known as that, well, forever, hopefully, as long as this project doesn't go under. If you guys want to keep this project from going under, because you guys are all awesome, right? Yeah. Please send us emails and join the project. We really do need anybody we can get, but we're really trying to focus on 3D modelers, because as you guys could see in that video, there's not really much to look at other than the effects of the units and hearing about the descriptions of each of them. So yeah, if you guys are 3D modelers, we really need you. If you guys are 3D animators, we need you even more. Actually, yeah, because animators can model too most of the time. Anyways, yeah, so please send us an email at galacticequine@gmail.com if you guys are willing to help us in any way. Any way at all, guys. Even if you know somebody that's a 3D animator or modeler, please direct them in our way. Hopefully this will be posted on EQD. If it's not posted on EQD, go spam it at EQD. No, I'm kidding. You could do that too. I mean, if you really want to, yeah, that'd be cool too. All right, you guys. Well, I'm DJ GLaDOS.
And I'm RedWings1340.
Hopefully we can see you guys as a part of the Galactic Equine. Peace off.